This guide demonstrates the process for selecting items, including examples for items which have dependencies or relationships with other items. You will have already logged in, confirmed your details, including any agent you have nominated, and you will have completed the first 3 sections of your application. This item selection page titled Eligible Items is similar to a typical shopping screen where you can search for and select the items you wish to purchase. The top box is the basket which is populated as you select items. There are limits on the value of items you add to your list. This is your maximum grant remaining that reflects the total grant available or budget available to you in this application round. The maximum grant is £25,000 across all rounds and the minimum grant is £1,200 in any given round. The maximum grant remaining decreases as items are added and the system will not allow selections that exceed the maximum grant remaining. All the items listed are under 13 categories. The list is also available on the DARE website in PDF format for you to consider in advance. This document includes an index and the full details of each item. It also indicates what supporting evidence will be required later at claim stage. To find an item, select a category, for example, select cattle and sheep management from the drop-down. Instructions are shown at the top of the screen. The first page of items for this category will then be displayed. Please note this category has 6 pages of items. We will select page 3. Most items have a minimum quantity of 1, but some are higher with specified upper limits or limited by the maximum remaining grant. Firstly, we will select one item within this category which has no relationships with other items that allows you to select more than one of that item. This is to demonstrate how quantities are selected and how the maximum grant remaining and quantities remaining are shown. We will select the ammonia reduction solid rubber flooring for cattle housing. There is a blue arrow at each title. By selecting the arrow or the description to the right, the specification for the item will be shown, along with the item score, minimum and maximum scheme quantities. Please review these carefully before adding. Note that the minimum is 6 and the maximum available is 520, which is calculated based on the maximum remaining grant available at this point in your application. We will input 20. Select Add Item to proceed. You are asked to rank the benefits of the item by using the arrows to reorder, with 1 as the most important and 4 the least. The order can be moved up and down by selecting here. Please ensure you consider this carefully as it is important later for evaluation and monitoring against the overall scheme objectives. Ranking the benefits does not affect the score of your application. Once you have reordered, confirm your order, and then select an Add Item to continue. Note that the maximum grant remaining has reduced and that the total grant requested has been added, which is a running total of all items. Once added, you can update or remove the item at any time, using the links beside the item selected. The information icon at the top of the screen also provides additional guidance on grant budget limits, quantity restrictions, relationships between items, and where further information is required. This guidance will be flagged on screen as information, warnings, or errors. In this case, the message appears as an information icon. On navigating to the item on page 3, you will see the message item added, and on expanding the item description, you will see that the quantity remaining has reduced from 520 to 500. We will now remove this item. You will see the message asking you to remove item to confirm. Note the maximum grant remaining has been restored. We will next include items with different relationships. The system ensures all relationships are adhered to, and on-screen messages will guide you through your selections. Relationships are covered in more detail in Section 8 of the Scheme Guide. The guide includes a full explanation of the relationships and includes a list of the items and their relationship to others. Firstly, we are going to look at an item with an exclusive relationship where other items will become unavailable for selection. Select the category. Select Tanker or Tractor Mounted Dribble Bar. Expand the description to view the full item details. Note that you can only select one, and then select Add Item. Now rank the benefits of the item by using the arrows. Check the order and select Confirm, and then select Add Item to continue. Note that the other items are now tagged as being unavailable for selection within this category. For some items, such as a diet feeder, you can only have one size. If you select one, the other two are tagged as unavailable. Other items are termed as a required relationship, such as heat and health items, where if an item is selected, the corresponding item is added automatically. Next, we will select another item with an inclusive relationship. Select the Cattle and Sheep Weighing and Monitoring category. Go to page 3 and to list the fixed sheep handling system including pens and race with foot bath. Select the arrow to see full details about the item. In the description it states that it can only be purchased with at least one of the other items displayed. If you have added one of these other items first, you are not required to add the fixed sheep handling system unless you also want this. We will accept the quantity of one and select Add Item. You are taken to a second selection screen where you must also select another item from a choice of 3. We will select the electronic weigh crate. You will be asked to rank the benefits associated with the items selected, reorder, and then click to confirm. You will see that both items have now been added together to your basket. You can remove an item completely and then select another item by clicking here. For example, you can remove the fixed sheep handling system and retain the electronic weigh crate. You will see the message you are about to remove fixed sheep handling system and can select Remove Items or Cancel. We will select Cancel to keep both items. Alternatively, if you remove the electronic weigh crate, the fixed sheep handling system will also be removed. You will see the message at the top of the screen. Again, we will select Cancel to keep both items. When you have completed your selections, note that the total grant requested and maximum grant remaining has been updated. Select Save and Continue. For certain items, there are questions that must be answered to proceed. Please see the Scheme Guide for more information regarding the questions and the items they relate to. In this case, as you had selected a lessee item and are asked to input more detail, the first screen asks for the approximate percentages of slurry spread in last complete calendar year. We will enter values. The percentages entered cannot exceed 100%. Select Save and Continue. On the next screen you are asked questions about pigs on your farm. We are selecting No to both questions. If you had selected Yes, you will be asked additional questions to proceed. More detail is available in the Scheme Guide. The final questions relate to cattle-sheep performance. Note, you can navigate back to a previous question by selecting the back link at the top of the page. You must select one option in each of the 6 questions. We will select the first in each to proceed. Then select Save and Continue. You will then be taken to the Review Details screen. You can amend any selections or responses to the item questions by clicking the relevant links. Your selections will be saved at each stage, and you can come back to your application at a later time, for example to make changes or once you have gathered any further information. This is particularly useful in relation to LESE questions where you may need to confirm the figures entered. All stages must be marked complete before submission. After you have reviewed your application in full and completed the declaration and submitted, you can no longer amend your application, but you are able to withdraw your complete application and start again with a new application. Applications can only be withdrawn or submitted before the scheme closing date. Please refer to the scheme guide, other how-to guides and the list of eligible items for more detailed guidance. These can be accessed by clicking the links provided on the right of the application screens or directly from the DARE Sustainable Agriculture Program web pages.